down on businesses. Right. You're a pretty busy guy too. I think we all work.
Yeah.
There you go. There, Ranger. Yep. He just wanted to make sure. Hi, Randy.
I got it.
All right now.
Ready? Yeah. We're gonna take bets on you, Eric. You're right. I know. Do we have any interest in changing the hours for the meeting? Well, it's 6 now. Well, sometimes they last 15 minutes. I don't think we're gonna get out of this agenda in less than an hour and a half, 2 hours. Depending on how much we discuss it. I'd rather have a productive, good meeting than just one big time. You know.
Yeah.
My business is all that happens. So we're live streaming on the internet. And we tested the sound was really too. So, we've done a couple of designs that I did things without y'all just to get things going. Just, anything that I thought maybe was controversial, I didn't do. Most everybody's come in, it's like, oh, we like to do words, we like to do flags. I think the internet will be welcome too, because there's some people that don't want to come out tonight. And that, I understand.
Pretty good.
It's for the out of towners.
I sent it to my brother. He was going.
Oh, did you? Oh, good.
The second one or the first one, he said?
The second. Well, I sent it both. And I said, well, I think this is the right one.
The first one was just to test if you were paying attention.
First one was a test to see if I was paying attention. And I obviously wasn't.
This is where I jump in. Can I have your all's attention, please? It's a little after 6, so we're going to go ahead and get started. First thing, if you put your phones on silence, I appreciate it. We've got a big agenda, and we want to try to get through it. Before the meeting starts, if anybody's interested in being on the board, we do have a couple of vacancies. Just talk to any board member after the meeting or anytime after tonight, and we'll see if we can, see how you fit in with the crew. I'd like to ask for a moment of silence for any veterans among us or veterans that are not with us. So if you just give me a minute or two. All right, very good. I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. I am one of 5 directors. One is not here right now. Maybe he's running a little late. You see the agenda. We're going to appoint some officers for just keep things rolling along. I'll start it out. I have no more authority than anybody else here. And remember, we all do work for you. We do have a quorum. We have 4 duly appointed directors. The 5th director, like I said, is not here right now. We have an agenda, and minutes and financials are not included in this packet, only because none of us were here for the minutes, so we can't approve them. They will be included in the official records of the association as part of our records. And same thing with financials. All we did was deposit some funds. We didn't spend any money at all. Some people brought in and left checks under the door, gave it to somebody. So we just deposited that. Until after tonight, we haven't had the authority to do anything. So the financials are not in there. But the financials from now on will be available anytime in the office. We have balance sheets and P&Ls. And if you want to see us reconcile the account, we can do that too. That's just a matter of bookkeeping. First new business is designation of officers. Guys, I'd like to be president. And unless somebody else objects, once somebody else wants to be president. No, they're all like, no. Okay, then can I have a motion? And a second?
I'll second.
All in favor of me being president, say aye.
Aye.
3, 4, 1 abstain. All right, so I'm the president. Now vice president, somebody take over when I get sick or I'm not here, I have to be out of town or I'm just fed up. So which one of you three would like to be vice president?
How about you, Randy? You've been on the board before.
No.
Okay.
All right, we've got a VP. I nominate Al to be vice president. Second.
Second?
All in favor, say aye. Aye. 3, 4, 1 abstain. Secretary treasurer.
Who seconded?
Yes, I made the motion, he seconded it. Yeah, if we ever go too fast for you, just tell us to stop for a second. It's all right. Secretary treasurer, it's my understanding from my limited reading of all the rules and stuff that secretary and treasurer can be the same person. It's almost a formality. Secretary has to countersign my signature on documents. Secretary is responsible to make sure the minutes are put in the book. Treasurer is responsible to make sure the bookkeeper and accountant are doing their job. That's it. Who would like to be treasurer and secretary? Yeah, hiding on your phone ain't gonna work.
Maybe the one that's not there.
Pick on him? All right, I nominate that Eric, who is tardy, become the secretary treasurer. Do I have a second?
I said,
Okay, go ahead. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That was an aye.
who seconded?
Dennis seconded, I made the motion, and 4 in favor,
Got it.
1 abstain. All right, so we got some officers.
Joe. Yeah.
Up to you.
May I ask, for one, is your name, and number 2, do we need to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, or is it not important?
Well, of course, my name's Patrick Tucker, and we did not start with his Pledge of Allegiance.
Anyway,
It's not retired. Why can't we have a prayer and a pledge of allegiance to start our meeting?
Okay, before the meeting, we had a moment of silence,
Right.
which I barely got through. And we didn't do the Pledge of Allegiance just because we don't need to, and we're pretty tight on time.
But I feel this community needs this. I feel like we need this.
Show of hands if you'd like to do the Pledge of Allegiance in the future. Okay, in the future, we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. While we're waiting on Al, anything, because we can't do any business until we have a quorum. So anything else on your minds right now, pressing?
What's Eric's last name?
Eric's last name is Antunes. Antunez. No, that's all right. We were talking about you while you were gone. I tell you what, they know everything now.
Well, that was
We decided we would have the Pledge of Allegiance in the future.
okay.
That's what we
Yeah,
decided.
that's where Jim started off.
Yeah, I know. And I think when Catherine took over as president, she asked for grace in case we make a mistake. So I would ask the same thing for me. If I make an error, it's not out of malice, just probably skipped over it and didn't mean to. Okay? Moving on. Conducting a meeting, order of the business, the agenda items will be handed out to the directors before the meeting. At the meeting, you folks will get the agenda. It also should be on the website, but our website guy is in Dallas, and sometimes we don't communicate well. We're trying to pull that back in-house, but as of yet, it's not there. When an issue comes up, it'll be put out in front for our discussion, and then I'm going to invite the gallery to put in whatever thoughts they have. No more closed meetings, no more you guys just sit there and watch. You're going to help us and participate, I hope. Okay? And then it'll come back up here. We'll discuss maybe something that somebody brought up from the gallery, and then we'll make a motion, second, and then be voted on. And then we'll proceed. That's the order of business. Minutes and records. Somebody will always be over there keeping the minutes. They're recorded, and then there's a written transcript, and then it's reduced down to minutes. That's how it works. And then it goes into a book, and you're all, again, welcome to come look at the book anytime you want, as long as we're open, or you can catch up with one of us. Appropriate conduct of members. This is going to be more of an openness than we've had in a while, at least the 18 months that I've been here. But if anybody gets unruly, I'll just stop the meeting. I'll ask you to leave. If you don't leave, the meeting will continue to be stopped. The deputies will be called. You'll be ejected. If it has to go that far, we'll have a restraining order on you, and you get to watch it from home. Okay? Otherwise, just everybody take their time one at a time and talk, and we'll listen to all of you. Okay? But if it gets yelling or screaming or you start calling names, I'll just stop the meeting, ask you to leave. And if you don't want to leave, we'll call the deputies, and you'll be ejected, and then you won't be invited back. You can watch it from home. I should say we are live streaming on the internet right now on YouTube. We sent out the announcement to people that we had emails for. So, folks are watching from home. That's great. And we tested it. The volume works well, and it catches all of us. So that's appropriate conduct of members. I don't think we'll have to have anything with directors. Banking. We need to have 2 signatures for the checking account. You guys agree with that? Two signatures on every check. Okay. My suggestion was the president and treasurer be co-signers, and maybe another person. I don't know if we need 3 or not. Maybe the office manager or something like that.
Okay.
Because Dina did it before. Okay. So 2 signatures on every check. Designated signature for the president and treasurer. And do we want somebody else? Or
Should have a backup in case someone's not available.
Somebody's on the board.
or any board member?
Right.
Okay, any board member, 2 signatures required. Okay, that works for me. Yeah, it doesn't have to be the president or secretary. It can just, any 2 board members can sign off on a check. All right. And then my suggestion is anything over $100 has to be brought before a board meeting and we vote on it.
Sounds good.
Under $100, we can say that, we bought some paper clips and folders this month. Is that okay with everybody? You'll be able to see every penny that's spent. But over $100 has to be voted on.
Right.
All right? Okay. All right. Can I get a motion that banking be any 2 directors, that 2 signatures are required on all checks, and anything over $100 be brought before the board prior? A motion for that? Okay. Randy's got my motion. Second? Al seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? No. 4-0. All righty. Number 6, appointments. We found that there's a lot of things here that were slipping through the cracks. We made a lot of money off doing resale certificates. And what resale certificates are is that when a title company has a buyer or seller, they contact the homeowners association and say, does this lot owe you any money? And we write back and we tell them what the rules here are, who's in charge, how to get in touch with us, and how much money they owe us. And we charge them $250. They in turn do that through their escrow stuff, and they send us a check for $250. But when I got here, I looked through the emails, and there was 5 or 6 requests. Third request, second request, we're going to closing today. Please tell us. And nothing was done. And it's been a pattern, I guess, for a long time. Just reading through the emails. So I'm suggesting that we have somebody whose responsibility is to do that. And I suggested Jeffrey only because he's willing to do it. And just since I was typing his name, I lapped a bunch of other stuff on him. The Texas Real Estate Commission requires a representative, and also we need a new resident agent. So he said he would do it. Some of it's just having a name there. I don't think they ever really do anything. But the resale certificates are important.
Right. Well, I was the one that told Dina about that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because it wasn't getting done. It was getting done, but once here and there. A lot of properties changing over now, and we're losing out on a lot of money. So, Randy, do you have anybody in mind? Or like I said, I had Jeffrey here who agreed to do it. It's kind of like a lot of tightening and stuff.
The only problem with that would be is the husband and wife in the same office. That could be a problem. Not with me, but I'm just saying.
Okay, what do you think about that?
It's not a problem with me.
Not a problem with me.
Well, it's not probably me, but
Okay.
probably some of the people.
All right, let's throw it out together. What we're proposing here is that the secretary's, what's it called?
Agent of record.
The resident agent. Yeah, the agent of record. It's registered with the Secretary of State. And because we're an association can't open up an envelope. It's got to be a person. So that person's called the resident agent. And if we get sued or we get any kind of legal stuff sent to us, they can't find us here at the office. They give it to the resident agent who finds one of the officers and gives it to us. That's all he does. The Texas representative, the Texas Real Estate Commission's office, what they do is with these resale certificates, they make sure that there's a name there to contact. And that's why I said you do the resale certificates too. What are you guys' thoughts about that? Any thoughts, cares? Did anybody care that Kathy may be working in the office and he works at home? Is his name on a piece of paper?
Oh, he works at home.
Yeah, he works at home.
Oh, okay.
He's just been coming in to help me. Yeah, he's not gonna be here. He's just volunteering. Anybody have any thoughts? Sir? No? Anybody?
So what do y'all think?
What do you,
I don't have any thoughts except for you may get, maybe working from home, it's gonna be a pain in the neck to deal with them, but, because the resale certificates, I mean, you have to log them into the QuickBooks, it's $250. Typically Dina would do that. I mean,
Right.
she would get the email. I didn't know she was behind, but I mean, whatever, if she was. But she would get the email off of whatever and then send out the information, get it back, get the check back, and then log it in. So if Kathy is gonna be that person who's dealing with, it's down here, then maybe she ought to be the person handling all the money,
Okay, well,
That's just my suggestion.
my thoughts are that,
The resale certificate is more of a filling out of a form.
Yeah,
and
and then they
so,
have to send in the money.
now the money and stuff, that's gonna be handled just like any other income.
Okay, so just filling out the form.
Yeah, that's all.
You want that, if you want to fill out that. We're gonna go for it.
But he likes that kind of stuff. He gets into looking at the records and the deeds and working with SCAD, the tax people. So I say more power to you. Yes, ma'am.
Will he have access to the office?
No, no.
He would not have access.
At this time, as I said in our special meeting, the only people that have access to the office right now are me, and after tonight, maybe Kathy. That's it. None of the directors have it, just the two of us. If we're in the same car and if there's a crash, you got a problem. So did I answer your question okay?
That does, except the treasurer or the secretary should have access to the office.
Well, the corporate secretary doesn't need to, but the person who's like Dina, that's in the office, that's who will have the other set of keys. Two of us. Now, other people have access to this room for events, but that's got a separate double lock on it. All right, so I make let's say I can't make a motion. Somebody make a motion that they're happy with Jeffrey doing this.
Make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor of Jeffrey taking care of these duties? Aye, 4-0. Okay, well, I'm glad I typed this up. Key control, well, we just went over that. The president, who turns out to be me, and the office manager are the only ones who can have keys to the office, period. And typically, no one's gonna be in there without one of us supervising them. If they're in there to help us with something, one of us will always be there. Nobody's gonna go fishing through files. No one's gonna get into the computer and start looking around. No need for that. There's personal stuff in there. So coming to the next point, appointment of office manager. I think Kathy will be great. I've watched her work with me in the last couple of weeks. She's been invaluable helping to just sort some things out and turn piles into 3 piles and then file 2 of them. She has decades of experience in running retail stores all across the country. She has routinely been in the top 1 of the businesses that she's been involved in. Some of you know her, some of you don't, but she's pretty competent, and we're lucky to have her, if only part-time. So as you guys saw, I was suggesting that she takes Dina's place. Dina was invaluable.
If y'all don't want me, it's fine.
Dina was, can't back out now. Dina was invaluable. I mean, she did a lot of stuff, but she stayed in her lane. She didn't get outside the bookkeeping. She didn't do any of that other stuff. She's willing to take it all on and also write procedures so that the next person that comes in won't start from scratch like we did. She'll be writing procedures and stuff. And at some point, she said that when she's done that, she wants to step away. So what she's doing is she's becoming a model for the next person that comes along. You two were familiar with Dina and what she did out here, and she was really great. You didn't know her, but she kept it all, the wheels turning. And the only reason we have anything in the bank account at all is because she took care of it. So, and I attached, now Dina was getting compensation. I've heard different numbers. I think $500 a month for 3 days a week, 4 hours a day, that's 48 hours. 48 hours, so it's like $10 an hour. So, and she puts in a lot of extra time too. So if I have a motion and a second. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm breaking my own rules here. You folks got anything? Paula?
I objected to Dina getting paid,
Uh-huh.
and I know that Kathy deserves a lot more, but I don't feel that we have the money to pay anybody in that office. And Kathy's a volunteer. If you volunteer, you should be a volunteer. You should not get paid. If you want to get.
You've done that. So that's 2024. And we do know on the books, the books are there. We do know how many each person pays, and we got the formula for what they should have paid. 2025, it's the same thing. We just haven't sent out the invoices yet. Luckily, they didn't compound the problem by doing it again the next year. They stopped. And they stopped for a couple of different reasons, but they did stop. So we haven't billed. The bills were due. They became due August 31st. Invoices could have been sent out on September 1st. They haven't been. We will now decide how to handle it. My suggestion, guys, is that, and we'll hear more from you folks, is that we determine what is due to us, to them, and give them the option of either a credit or a refund,
Or a donation.
what they want to do with it. And then at the same time, we do 2025 and we invoice in the same process. So we only don't have to send out 3 different letters for $3,000. There'll be what the due should have been in 2024. The next line is what you're due as a refund or credit or whatever. And we can have it check the box, whatever you want to do. We'll figure out the logistics amongst the staff. And then another line, what the bill is correctly for 2025. And that bottom number can either be we owe you, you owe us, or you want us to do this with the money. Mr. Moody.
I disagree with this 60-40-20 thing that was, I know where it comes from. That is in the government. But that's for dues. Now, we have a road fund that is an assessment. That is completely different from our dues.
But where did that vote come from? And was it properly done?
You're talking about the road.
The road fund, the $20 road fund.
Well, it's a $50 road fund.
No,
Not anymore.
60, do I hear 70 from the lady in the blue? $80, $80. Anybody 80? $100.
No, yeah, but it got that. That one was $20 a lot. Yeah, that's what it is. It's 50-50.
It's 50-50, but now that that's not long ago, it reverts back to the other way.
Right.
Well, I paid 50-50, that's what I paid.
Right. They all pay.
And you'll get a credit for that. Well, you-
Or a refund, whatever
Yeah.
you choose.
Let's do a little education about what's,
Well, you'll get.
Excuse me. Brett, excuse me. Let's do a little education on what we're allowed to charge you folks and what we're not allowed to charge you. We can charge 2 things, and that's all we can charge. And they're both assessments. The source of the assessments is non-payment of dues. If somebody doesn't pay their dues, and there's an automatic lien on there, we give them proper notice, we foreclose on the lien. We own their property because they didn't pay us their dues. That's one way we collect money without people doing the right thing. The only other thing that we can charge for is if people violate the restrictions. If people violate the restrictions, they have weeds in their front yard. They have an old junk car up on blocks. They have a tree falling across their house. We go out, we notice a violation that's only violations that are in the restrictions. We identify it, we send them a nice letter saying, we noticed that you have a problem with the car in your front yard, can we help you get it out of there? They write back with big red letters, something that we don't like to see. So, okay, so we send them another letter, then we file a lien, and the lien is for going in and cleaning up the property. What we are charged by a company to fix the problem that's been duly noticed, we can recoup that money. We can't put fines on people. I've seen paperwork around here. We're fining you this, we're fining you that. Can't do fines. Nowhere in our restrictions does it say you can fine somebody. You can't fine them. You can't give them a penalty fee. You can't do a lot of stuff that's been done. It's not legal. However, if we have to spend money, let's say a tree falls across the road and we have to go and chop it up and get it out of there. We send the bill to the owner doesn't pay it. We put a lien on the property, we foreclose on the lien, we sell this property. But we can only, those are the only 2 ways we can make money. Mr. Moody.
Unless I read it wrong, the Texas Property Code says that all that stuff you're talking about has a 4-year statute of limitations.
That's correct. And it's not because of,
How do you want me to mow my yard when they haven't enforced that in 100 years?
okay. The answer to your question is the 4-year statute of limitations is because these are contract land contracts. That's where the power comes from, the restrictions. When you bought your property, you agreed to the restrictions that run with the land. So in the restrictions, it says you will keep your yard free of weeds, yada, yada, yada. You're on notice from the time you bought your property to today that that you have to keep that under certain conditions. If your septic is running over, we will let you know your septic's running over. If you don't fix it, we can go in there and fix it and charge you. And if you don't pay the bill, we'll foreclose on your property. Now, I'm sounding kind of harsh. We'll do whatever we can to help you and give you as much time as you need to pay the bill. I'm talking about people that just don't respond. Did that answer your question, Mr. Moody?
No, because
It's a 4-year statute of limitations. Yes.
But-
That starts from the time of the violation.
the Texas property code is gonna trump anything that Lakeway hovers on.
That's correct.
Well, it says that it's a 4-year statute of limitations, Texas property code says that.
Okay, so if you don't cut your grass next week and we cite you and you still don't cut your grass and we go in and cut it for you, we got 4 years to collect that
You
debt.
know, my problem is, to cut my grass and go check.
Okay. Anybody else have any comments?
So I just want to make sure that I
Sure.
understand the process. So there's always been this belief floating around
Okay.
that because something hasn't been enforced and it's been a long period of time, they could no longer go in and enforce it. What I'm hearing you say is that if you're noticed that you're in violation, that's when that clock starts. It's not that it hasn't been enforced for 15 years. It's that we are now noticing you that you're in violation, and we have 4 years to do our part to reconcile that notice. That kind of starts the clock.
That's correct. I can't
Okay,
go
I
back.
just wanted to make sure I had. that right.
I have letters and liens from, not liens, but, notices going back 10, 15 years
Mhm.
that were just never acted on. I can't act on them now.
Those are null and void. You have to start the process over now.
Right, yeah.
Okay, all right,
It's all
Got
new
it.
stuff.
I understand.
And if you think about it from a legal sense, if everybody got away with something for 10 years and it was null and void, then no one would ever have to follow any rules.
Right,
Because you'd say, well, he didn't do it. He's had a car in his front yard for 10 years. Why can't I can have one in mine now for 10 years.
yeah, I think that's always been misunderstood by folks that were on the board and miscommunicated to the community, that we were just out of luck if it hadn't been enforced
No.
within the past 4 years.
Yeah, consistency is important. One of the things, and in the restrictions, it also says that the board can enforce a rule or it doesn't have to enforce a rule.
So it's discretionary.
It's up to us as a board. That's why you elect us, because we have a lot of power. But you can also vote us out. Or we just leave. That's a lot of that going on. I want to dispel this is a little off topic, but I think dispel something else. When I bought the property, I knew the fence was on the other person's lawn. The lot line's wrong. But when I bought it, it's that way, so I don't have to fix it. No. If you bought a house that's got 3 stories, the fact that you bought it and it had 3 stories when you bought it, you're not grandfathered in. That 3rd story's got to come off, or you got to come to us and figure out a solution. Because the restrictions say no more than 2 stories. Doesn't matter if when you bought it, it had that. There are a number of people that have violations on their property. And they said, well, it's there. I bought it that way. And the board said, oh, okay. No. We all have to follow the rules. And because you got away with something doesn't make it right. And ignorance of the restrictions is no excuse. The law just isn't going to let it happen. Now, again, we're not going to be heartless. Folks that have fences in the wrong spot or something, we'll try to work something out between you and your neighbor. Maybe we'll just move the line over 2 foot. We'll try to help. But if an owner comes, a member of this association comes with a complaint, we as a board have to deal with it. And we have to be fair and, as Kathy said, consistent across the board. I didn't write those restrictions. There's some stuff in there that's kind of screwy. So 2025, I say we just wait until the next general meeting of the members, have a vote on it. Prepare everybody for it then. Talk about, what we think we need, Maybe it'll be $50 more, maybe $100 more. Maybe we're doing real good with liens and foreclosures and we don't need to raise it at all. I don't know. But I suggested we just bill out 25 at the 24 rate, the corrected 24 rate, which was the 23 rate and the 22 rate. That's how I suggest we go through it and just do the paperwork so it makes sense to people with an explanation and maybe a letter. What do you think, Dennis? You've heard it for the first time.
I'm fine with it. I would like to know the comments from the gallery.
Yeah.
If they're fine with it as well.
What do you think, Randy? Fine. Yeah. So that's what does everybody understand what we're proposing to do? We're gonna fix 24, and if you owe us money, please pay it. If we owe you money, we'll pay you. We'll put it down as a credit if that's what you want, or you can donate it. On the same invoice, or in the 2025 invoice, this will be addressed. We'll bill you for the same thing that they were billed on 21, 22, 23, 24. We'll do 25. Again, if at the end of that line, it says we owe you money, you tell us how you want to handle it. If you owe us money, I take American Express, MasterCard, Visa, checks, cash, small children, whatever you take. No children, okay. Children are out. You can't bring your children in. What do you think about that plan? And I know there's people watching at home too. And so our phone may be ringing off the hook here tomorrow. What do you think about that? Anybody, please?
Well, I have a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
I think everybody kind of agreed through counting of the votes that happened last time about the increase in dues, that there is a stomach to get that done because people recognize that the dues at the levels that you're looking to keep them at weren't sufficient. What has to be done in order to get a vote for increases properly handled?
Okay.
And is there not time to do that in 2025, 26, or are we just gonna kick that can down the road?
It's 7 months until the next general meeting of the members. If we do something sooner, we have to give the members 10 days notice, minimum 10 days notice, maximum 60 days notice. So yeah, we could have a special election and say, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what we want to do. They have to come in here or by proxy and vote in person. Absentee ballots won't work. So we could do that. I just don't see the urgency other than
Yeah.
it'd be nice to have a couple $1 million to do, have all the paid curbs, but one thing at a time.
What we really need to do is get this part straight first, and
Yeah.
then start over new and fresh.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
We're in a position right now. They've been working very hard. We actually have a list of about 1,000 invoices we can send out this week. And we have about 250 invoices that are just majorly screwed up. And we'll have to sort that out. But we can send it, if we're all in agreement, we can send out 1,000 invoices at $80 a piece or whatever it is, $200, whatever, and start collecting dues again.
For 2025.
For
Yes.
2025. And as soon as that's done, we can entertain like, okay, that's all settled out. Everybody knows what they owe. Everybody's paying. Some people come in for a hardship, whatever. Okay, we've got all that taken care of. Everything behind is done and straightened out. Now, you folks want to raise more money, then we can do that. We send out every single member has to get us a letter to whatever address we have. And if you don't get it, it's not our fault. And then people show up here with either in person or with proxy, and we vote. And if the vote's 51%, yes, then the dues go up. If it's less than that, it goes down. Yes, ma'am.
But if you had that vote sooner
Mhm.
and we voted for them to go up, say $100, 50 and 50, then you won't have to give people their money back or give them a credit or, you know.
You
still have to give a credit.
The right thing to do is when you take money by mistake, you have to give it back.
You have to reconcile.
So you're gonna have to reconcile regardless of
We're
whether we
doing,
vote
we're doing
on
that
it
work
or not.
anyway.
That's right.
Yeah, and this just makes it a little easier because we don't have to come up with a whole new system. By the way, we can't change the formula. It's 1 or 2 lots, 3 lots, 4 or more lots. We can increase the amounts, but it has to be by that ratios. And that's been kind of a little squirrely there, but we're gonna start doing it right.
See, what a lot of people don't know is this place was set up. It was set up as a perpetual. And that means it can't be changed. That's why we have to go with that formula. Because the founders in 1976, they set it up that way. And they put that one word, perpetual, which means you can't change. So we stuck.
Yeah, the only way you can change the restrictions, you're like, well, why don't we just change the restrictions? You have to have 100% of all members.
One person.
Yeah, one person we can't find. Can't do it.
That's
So-
the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Well, there's POAs that are worse off than us. They weren't given, seeing our restrictions, it gave us the ability to raise or lower the assessments. So we at least have the ability to raise. There are places that don't have it at all. And because of our population in this county, we're in a tough situation. Unless the legislature changes the laws, we're living with those restrictions forever. But that's the cards we're dealt. That's what we'll play. Anybody else have any thoughts about dues? In the back there, maybe? People hiding? Reminds me of church. Catholics always sit in the back and Protestants always sit up front.
Hey,
Hey, hey.
relax, Catholic.
So any other thoughts about 2024 dues, 2025? We're going to hold off on holding another special election. I'd like to do everything above board and right in front of people.
I think we need to get it straightened out.
Right.
24 straightened out first.
So,
24, 25 straightened out. I mean, go towards.
Right.
Everybody's on which is the money.
yep, I don't see we have a whole lot of choice. This is the hand we were dealt. So we'll play it out. Okay. Alrighty. Then I'll suggest a motion if somebody would like to make it that we calculate the proper assessment for 24. We put that correction on the 25 invoices and send them out as soon as possible with the treasurer authorized to take actions necessary to do that. And with the president and secretary signing off. Do I have that motion?
I'll make a motion.
Randy made the motion.
Second.
Al seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
4-0. All right, so somebody's gonna get some money back, somebody aren't. Now, I want to read in from the minutes from the special meeting in September. Catherine and I were the only directors left. All we were allowed to do is appoint new directors. We met one Sunday afternoon. There were some folks here. We appointed new directors. We voted on them. Then Catherine resigned. So, and those special meeting minutes will be in this meeting's minutes. Whenever we hold a special meeting, which can be called by the president, 3 directors, or 25% of the members, a special meeting can be held. At the next regular meeting, you folks have to be informed what we did on the record. No more, we all got together and decided what to do, and let's not tell anybody because they'll get mad. No, none of that's going on anymore. Okay? And I'm not drawing dispersions on anybody in the past. They did the best they could with what they had. Some people didn't like it, but what could they do? So, we got time for, you guys want to keep going, talk about old roads, old business?
Here.
All right. So we're going to move on to old business now. The reason I reversed it is so that we could get through all that stuff, because that was really important. Okay. Old business. We got 2 roads that are dangerous, not unsafe, not uncomfortable. They're dangerous. We've had wrecks. We've had ambulances stop and have to hike up the hill. 2 weeks ago, one of my neighbors had to have an ambulance, and they made a mistake of coming down Creekwood. That road is washed out. I mean, it's 2 or 3 foot gully. They stopped. They got out, one of the neighbors came out and said, if you back up, you can go around this way, and said, we don't have time. They grabbed all their gear and they huffed it up the hill. And they went over and saw the person and took care of them. So the one down here on Lakeside, right by where you live, Dennis, it's dark, there's trees, there's no lights, and there's a 10-foot hole, 20-foot wide. You get one of these young kids on these ATVs just racing around at night, just being stupid. And we're gonna have to explain it to the parents.
And they're using it today.
Yeah, so, I mean, he lives right next door. I mean, literally his side yard is where this is happening.
Using it? They ripped the tape off and kicked the pylons out and they're going across it.
And that water, that road is washed out underneath. It looks like smooth asphalt, but underneath, you can walk under there and the asphalt's above you. So somebody's gonna drive over, take a little bit too close to the center line, and they're gonna end up in there. So those are two serious problems that I don't care what type of temporary measures we take, but we gotta do something. Because it's dangerous. And no more, oh, we don't have money for the roads. That bullshit stops. We borrow the money if we have to. We have to fix some of these roads.
Okay,
Al, roads are.
I guess when I have to take a look.
Well, we already had the plan that we were going to dig it out, we were going to rent a backhoe and dig it out, put a big culvert in there and fill it back up with rock and then base material over top of it. You gotta have some big rock in there, so not no red sand, what they
Right.
call red slick, that's.
No, because it'll just wash out.
It'll wash out, stay number red sand, and you put some rock in it.
But hold on a second, Paula.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking if we just clean it out, get some smooth as it, take the rough stuff out and put some good sized rock down there, like rock. And then put a culvert across that, or, some red select or something over that rock. And then put the culvert on it and then fill up the sides with some type of material, road base or whatever, and then road base over the top. We can come back later with asphalt or something, but rock over top, small rock, like crushed concrete over top of that. And then people can drive back and forth on it and not die.
My question is, I live there and do with the group, but I just assume just close that whole thing off. Like put a creek in there, put the culvert in, totally agree. I guess I asked the group, what's the value of that road there? I just don't see the maintenance of it. All the stuff that's been washed out in the last couple of years, it's going to continue without us spending a bunch of money. But I just asked this group, to me, just make it a water crossing and block both sides of the road off and it not being a road anymore.
Well, I was also
I'm just
thinking about this,
asking the group.
instead of putting a culvert in, ease it out so you actually drive through it when it's dry. And then,
Oh, it's too deep.
It's deep.
It's deep.
It's
You'd have to
deep.
start way back.
okay, all right.
But for those that
we're
live on the road
talking-
as I do, does that road add any value? And we could spend more money on the roads that really need it and just do the proper thing to keep our residents safe. I'm just asking.
I thought the big deal with Lakeside was for emergency traffic and school buses. That was the main
I
concern.
think it needs to
I mean,
be
it's dangerous, of course,
Yes.
but the emergency vehicles and road and buses, they'd have, it adds time to their
response
routes
time, response
and
time.
time to response from the emergency, because they go this way, because that's the way they've been going for 100 years. Now, all of a sudden, we gotta back up. The garbage man, he drives down there and he backs down to the bridge paving, and then he starts coming back out. At 6 in the morning, he goes beep, 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 kaboom, kaboom.
Yeah, I'm indifferent. I'm just saying to the group that I know there's gonna be a lot of money that has to be put into that. We do have other roads. If other people want the road, I'm fine with it. I'm just saying, where I live, my value, my time, I don't mind driving around and parking. I'm just throwing that out as a suggestion to the group.
And Ted, you see emergency vehicles still go that way? They're not coming down Lakeway Harbor?
Occasionally they do,
Yeah.
Well, it's
you know,
gonna be on
but
the
you need to
GPS.
drive around and do it.
That's what I was wondering. I didn't know which way it
All the
was.
streets are gonna be on their GPS and it will tell them they can go that way.
Right.
Well, it's closed on Google Maps,
Okay, to do that.
Lakeway Harbor, or Lakeside is.
Okay, hold
Lakeside
on.
is-
Paula?
I understood from, Kat that she had someone lined up to come fix that for about 6,000.
Okay. Well, the road over where Piney Woods and Creekwood, that same vendor was gonna charge us 20,000
Oh.
to fix that road. So if he can do one for 6, that sounds great. If he can do 2 for 12, that's even better. I don't know if he'll do 2 for 12 though.
So what I want to interject on that. So I don't know what my accountability is, but if we just fix where that road is, it's gonna wash out again. Because the stream or creek that it goes down to the lake today
Mhm.
is no longer there. So it floods into my yard and goes through my grass into the lake.
Oh, problem solved.
Well, if you fix it, so to me, if you just fix the road, and because there's no drainage to get to the lake anymore, it's gonna back up and do like it did.
Is it because it's silted out?
It's all silted in.
Okay, so it's
So
not
you
only,
have to spend money.
it's not only the
fill
road, but we gotta not redirect, we have to rehabilitate the path that it used to take down to the lake, which could be just a backhoe trooping on down there.
Tough to get it. There's more than just tobacco, because it's all grown in and brush and tree cutting. I'm just throwing it out to the group. Because I'm not complaining about it.
Well, the water's gonna keep coming no matter what we do, so,
Totally agree.
Well, whenever you do that, you also are gonna have to think about, when you're doing the work, the silt is gonna be running off. If it starts raining or something, you're going to have to get environmental involved in it, because they can get you, they can tear you up.
for going into the
The
lake.
core will
Or
have to be
engineer
involved.
or, just from having.
I guarantee you, the water's gonna go from the high spot down to the lake. I mean, there's,
It doesn't matter what the core engineers. You touch that, and you better be talking to him.
okay, well, yeah.
It's not a core lake.
Huh?
It's Upper Nature's River Authority, not a core lake. Core has got nothing to do with this lake.
Okay,
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
No.
all right, so we're in agreement, we gotta get Lakeside something done to it.
Right.
Okay, what about Creekwood, Piney Woods? I don't know if you guys you've seen it.
I've seen them.
Oh, it's, I mean,
I'd say it's-
what I want to do with Piney Woods, I mean, there's lots that needs to be done. A culvert needs to be put across Creekwood, because I'm more familiar with this because I live at the top of the hill from it. But Tracy's brother said that he could get 100 tons of road base for $1,250 bucks. 100 tons is a lot.
$12.50 a ton.
$12.50 a ton. 100 tons.
But that's not an offer that's open right now.
Well, if he can get it somewhere, then we can get it somewhere, even if it's a little bit more.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you could go
Okay.
get it somewhere.
You know, if he just gives me a name,
What kind of material
I
are you
don't
talking
think
about?
I don't think he's gonna do that. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, I mean, we've had this discussion. We need to get some trust built back between the HOA and people that are sitting here. And
okay,
I think you're off to a great start, but,
we can fix that.
until we see some action, section D is, we're fed up.
Okay.
We're done.
Section D is on here too. Water Ridge Loop, War Warriors. They would like some assistance and permission to work on the roads themselves and do what they can. But what I hear is that you guys aren't willing enough to even give us a name so we can go and buy the same
I
material.
can't give you that name. I'm
Okay.
just gonna tell you from my discussion. I will say this. My brother came up here and met with previous members of the board, offered his assistance numerous times, and was taken up on nothing. And now the people in section D have said, well, we'll take you up on it because we need your roads fixed.
Okay.
So he's willing to help the folks that live in section D.
Mhm.
And right now, he's holding his offer to help the HOA until he sees how the HOA turns around to help section D.
And when,
So,
Well, I was prepared to take a vote on giving Section D road warriors some money tonight.
Feel free. We'll take as much money as you want to give us. Feel free to take a vote on it.
Okay, but now I also hear that they're not willing to
I didn't say that.
reciprocate it
That's not what I
until
said.
until some faith is built up or
That's not what
something.
I said, Patrick.
I'm putting words in your mouth.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
Because
That's not what I said.
that's how I feel.
Well, don't
I
take
just-
it, don't
I
take it
just,
that
I
way.
just want to have the same great deal that you guys are getting.
Well, we'd
And
love,
we'll even pay for yours.
well, let's start with that.
But I
Let's
think
start with that.
I agree. I think we have to build up some trust.
Okay.
Before I
Most
sat on this
definitely.
board, well, this is my first one, so, there wasn't a lot of trust or a lot of faith, what I've heard from the board in the past.
Okay.
So to me, we owe it to this group that we have to show the people living here
Right.
that we're committed to.
I totally agree.
And it's about faith. And if we don't show faith, we'll be in the same boat we were 3 or 4 years ago.
So, just reference Water Ridge Loop. What they've explained to me, and I've asked to go to the meetings and they won't let me come. And I've talked to them on the phone and they won't talk to me on the phone. So I don't really know what I can ask you guys to authorize. I'm open to giving them money. I'm open to giving them permission to do what they need to do. But there's a liability issue here too. If we just say, yeah, go ahead, do what you want, and they run a bulldozer through a house, they're not gonna come after those guys, they're gonna come after the association.
Or if they direct water in the wrong direction.
Or if they direct water in the wrong direction, make somebody flood out somebody's yard down below. So how do you wanna handle that?
Well, right, get them to sign something. The way we did it, years back, we would give different sections money. And they would, bring a receipt showing what they spent the money on, and we never had any problems with that.
And I think that's where it goes back to trust with each other. I mean,
You know, we
we
done
have
that.
people that are doing this that are familiar with the road business, obviously, because we're getting a product very cheap. We have other people that have done roads that are involved in it. It's not like it's me and Becky getting on the tractor running through somebody's house. We have the right people involved, and this is where it's trust back and forth.
Yes.
So, I mean, we have collected the people of Section D together, and everyone has said they're willing to take this job on, which is problem number one fixed, was getting people in this community motivated to do much. We've rallied the folks in Section D to say, yeah, we're all gonna work together, we're gonna get it done, we have the right equipment, we have the right people, we have a game plan. We're putting our own money up, we're asking for reimbursement from you guys if we bring in receipts to help us pay for what should have been done a long time ago. If you look at the money that's been collected by the HOA in the past, 50% of it comes from Section D. Section D has got zero in the last 5 years, as far as any type of road maintenance that's held. So we're looking to go in and do it the right way, and we're just asking for some cooperation back. And then I think, Patrick, it will open up a partnership, but we gotta take care of ourselves first for a while. We can barely get out of our own section.
I drove down there the other night.
We got a guy that comes to our meetings that can't get to his house.
Mhm.
So we're looking to help those folks, but we understand there are other priorities that need to be,
No, you guys are right up there. You're like right there.
but we're not looking to be adversarial at all with the HOA.
Okay, now, hold on, Ken. Let me put the shoe on the other foot. We, as the board, are responsible for your roads. We are supposed to be fixing them. We are the ones that are supposed to come up with the cash and fix the roads.
Yeah.
We have that responsibility. We also have that liability to do it right. If we say, go ahead, we trust you, go ahead, and something bad happens, they're not gonna come talk to you. They're gonna talk to our insurance company.
Yeah.
And I have to protect the association from good-hearted, well-meaning residents that are frustrated and have every right to be. But we gotta do it in a way that you don't get us in trouble.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I know.
So
We
I-
have,
I
we have-
don't know what to tell you other
we have
than
to decide.
we're at a place now where if you say to us, we're gonna come fix that curve on section D immediately, we would probably be in a different place. We gotta get moving on that.
Okay.
We got.
are we willing to say that, guys?
Now, you talking about the curve
When you first turn off,
Okay.
Lakeway Harbor Drive.
right, you go around the curve down the hill.
Yeah,
That very
so,
first
so
turn.
the good pavement only goes so
Between
far.
Oak and Post.
Right.
And then it goes around the curve. It's like a feeder for the entire, for
Are-
section.
Are we willing to take that on as a priority right now and just do it? And tell them, keep your powder dry. We might want that money you collected. Maybe
Well, I'll
you'll-
tell you this, my brother just said, he's watching,
Oh, good.
so you can,
Well,
and he will, and he just said this, if they can show good faith, he can help you guys with some of these other areas that you're talking about.
It's not the good faith, it's the liability that I'm concerned about. Giving you permission and then not having any control. We just have to have faith that everything works well and we pray a lot. But
okay.
I'd like to
Maybe
see us
we
do
could
something to help them or to do it. Just to, let's just decide to do
So
it
that
right now.
curve would be what,
Okay.
about 600 feet, you think?
Well, so it starts where the pavement ends,
Right.
and then it goes, maybe 20 feet till you take the curve to go off to, Post Oak. Okay, so Post
Okay.
Oak goes this way.
Right.
This would continue all the way around the curve to the top of Pinnock. So it's a
That's
stretch.
about 1,200 feet. Because that was the next phase of the road plan, which I had in place years ago. Anyway,
Yes.
we
We even contributed to this Lakeway Harbor Drive.
Right.
Y'all said, if y'all are contributing.
Well, that was out of my,
y'all are
I
next.
mean,
Okay.
Yeah,
you know,
you
and-
remember it though.
right, oh, yes, well, I was part
Some
of
of
it.
us were not
Me and
here,
Brett was a
but
part of
the
it.
ones that were
Right.
contributing to Lakeway
Right.
Harbor Drive.
So moving forward, what can we do now to help them? I mean, we can just take it on and say, okay, we'll fix that.
Can you see our plans and then okay it?
I've asked to
Is
see
that-
them.
We haven't come up with it yet, Tammy. If you had them, we give it to
Yeah.
them. You don't have a plan.
You got to, Brett, you bring that with you?
Ted's raising his hand
Brett.
back there.
Brett?
Yeah.
Brett has a drawing of the road.
Yes, that was the drawing that was 5 years ago.
Right.
I got it too.
It's
Oh,
the
you
same
got it?
drawing we have, but we haven't figured out how much material we need. We haven't figured out. I just called today to get dig tests out there to put down some flags.
Well, it was
So waiting for the
1,200
water
feet.
company.
I hadn't seen the road here lately. Have you got worse?
Well, it hasn't gotten any shorter.
Well, no,
It's gotten longer.
What I'm
It's
saying,
gotten worse.
the condition of it.
Feels longer.
It's gotten worse.
It got worse?
It's gotten worse. The only liability that Section D has is the people that live in Section D. Because Section D slopes through Section D through our property.
Right.
And we have a pond right where that we take a lot of water on, and it floods our property. And it's Lakeway Harbor water.
Right.
So if anybody has a gripe, we do, because all your water comes to our land, because whoever owned it was selling sand out of it, and they
Right.
made some big holes in it. So it overflows, and it lasts all summer long, and people complain about the mosquitoes. So I got to throw dunks in it every year, and just a lot of work to keep mosquitoes down. But the only people that are liable, and so it's really not the HOA, but it is POA, but we are taking the responsibility for what we're going to do in Section D.
Yeah, we don't really
Well,
have a choice.
had you guys gone ahead and just done it, that'd be fine, but you brought it here. Now we're aware of it. We're now responsible. So, and that's okay, because you know what? It should be, yes. Go ahead and sit down, Brett. You make me nervous.
But what do they need for approval from us? Like, what do we have to do? Whether it's.
Ted, I'm sorry. What do you got something throwing?
If you do it by contract, whoever does it signs the contract.
Yeah.
Doesn't that release us from liability?
Yes, it does.
Problem solved.
But they want to do the work.
But they could provide a contract.
That's,
I know,
then
but,
everybody in the whole place is gonna wanna do it on their own, because they're all road builders.
and if they do it on their own without our permission, then it's on them. But if they come to us
You
and
ever
say,
get blood out of the permit?
oh yeah, I can squeeze that turnip and get blood, trust me. I've done it many times. Okay, guys, let's bring it back up here. We have the two places that are dangerous. We got these folks that want some money to do what they want to do.
I just think that whenever, before the HOA gives the money to the neighborhood, that we agree on the kind of material that you put down there, something that's gonna stay.
It's the same material that we talked to you
Because
about,
that
coming
material
from
that they
Mark
put,
Marietta.
that material they put out on Lakeway Harbor, I mean, on Autumnwood Trails going to my house,
Yeah, it's not
the lady
that.
spent $10,000 so she can sell that new house she built down there. And they put that, it's called reground asphalt, but it's ground down to like a marble, but it's real small, and it just washes out.
Yeah,
And
it's,
then you got these people on these four-wheelers that keeps washing around,
we
spin
have
around
no,
and play
we have
around
no
out there, and it makes a
problem
rut
giving you the
every time.
specs.
We will give you the drawings, and
No-
we'll show
no
you where
problem.
new culverts are going in, we will show you what our plan is, and you can approve it or say.
Let's get it done.
Yeah, and we have no problem showing you the material that's coming in.
Right. And how.
Do you know
he's
what
gonna
kind
do
they
it.
talking about using on top?
It's the same, well,
Is it gonna be crushed concrete or what?
we are going to see how the road-based material holds
Yeah.
and then decide if it's worth doing the oil sand or
Oil sand
something
on
else
top.
on top.
Now this out here, going up Autumnwood Trail right there on the left, it looks like asphalt,
Right,
that's oil sand.
yeah, we know that.
And that's
Yeah.
been there, what, 9 years now, something like that?
Yeah.
Until they cleaned that ditch out and the water
Right.
started washing out.
The problem is oil sand's super expensive.
Yes,
Right.
it's almost as high as asphalt. It's only like $10 a ton less than
So
asphalt.
that's why right now, we're just trying to get the base laid down.
Mhm.
And the more that we drive on that or roll it, however we do it, it holds together, then we'll decide if it's worth the money to put the oil sand on top of it. So we're just looking to do one section right now
Mhm.
as kind of a
Test.
proof of
Test.
concept.
Yeah, see how it holds up.
Exactly. That's right.
Well, we'll go ahead and table this, the Water Ridge.
My brother just texted and said it's Texas DOT approved road base.
Okay,
Well, it takes its place, well,
Yeah.
come out of.
Okay,
I know
so-
where it comes from.
I suggest that we table this until we get the specs and the costs. And then at the next meeting, if we have all the details, we can vote on helping out Section D. Because we can't do anything right now because we just don't have the facts.
Yeah, that's
So,
another
I mean,
month
just
away,
earlier,
boy.
we were talking about, we gotta do this ASAP.
That's
So I busted my butt today, get on, got that guy lined up, and everybody's coming out. And so then, I mean,
I think,
we could have it here in 2 weeks, and now it's like,
Well,
now we have to wait till December meeting to do this.
I hear what you're saying.
I mean, you could have this information potentially before Tuesday, everything that we're wanting to do.
Between the two of you, who do you think's got more experience?
as far as what,
It's just being able to look at the specs and the materials and saying, yeah, this will work.
I don't know this, I don't know what he knows.
Or-
But I just know what, the roads I see they use in the oil field, stuff
Okay.
like that, you know.
Then they want to do something before the meeting. So,
Instead of blame them on that.
oh, I know. I'll tell you what I was going to do, is I was just gonna get your brother to bring in 100 tons for you people and 100 tons for us and rent a tractor and spread it. Let the cars beat it down. At least, and that's it. And you guys can go from there with your more permanent plans. Because we can put down some type of base, correct me if I'm wrong, we can put down some kind of base and let the cars pack it in, and that'll at least give you a smooth road to run on. And if it rains and it cuts a channel through, we'll have some more and we'll just pour it in that hole and smooth it out and let the trucks pack it in, cars pack it in. That'll at least get you to your houses back and forth. And I was willing to do that tomorrow morning.
Are you talking about paying for both 100 tons?
Yeah.
100
tons, yeah.
All I can tell you is there's not 100 tons for you to buy right now.
Okay, that's what I'm getting the sense of, is that the 100 tons isn't available. So we might have to go somewhere else and buy it.
I'm not saying that either. I can't commit to that. What I'm saying is right now, we're trying to take care of Section D. If we then turn it into Section D and the HOA, whatever the HOA has, I
hear
can't
what you're
commit to
saying.
that.
We can't do anything for you because you're not ready for us yet.
We're totally
They're
ready.
ready for theirs.
You're not ready for
They're
us.
not ready for the HOA part.
I
They're ready for theirs.
got a checkbook in there. I told you this 2 weeks ago. I had a checkbook in
Well,
there.
then
You just
great,
got-
we'll bring you a receipt when we get our stuff.
No, not a receipt, a
He wants
plan.
to go buy it right now. tomorrow, put it somewhere, and then, but we
It doesn't
want to
sound.
dump down there, we don't want to have to come over here
Oh,
with
no,
a tractor and all
we
this
can dump it down
nonsense.
there too. And with a tractor, spread it out.
We had this thought out, okay, it's like, we're gonna do, it's a truck that dumps and drives.
Yeah, so belly dump.
Okay, we don't wanna have to go someplace else. It's a weekend project
I
for us.
got you.
And so we don't wanna go, oh, wow, willy-nilly, let's order a bunch over here and over there, dump it over there and there. No, the easiest way to do it is to
Dump
dump
it
and
right where
drive.
it goes. Dump it
And
right
then
where
we
it
get
goes.
right behind
We
it
have,
and we
we have equipment ready to come in, we have rollers
So
ready
he's
to
gonna
come
roll
in.
it, he's
Roller,
gonna spread it, roll it,
Yeah, we're not-
and clean out the ditches.
Let us,
so the
Yeah.
water
let
runs.
us know how it
But
goes.
first, but like
Yeah.
you said, Randy, we have to get those ditches.
Gotta get
Like
the
we
ditches
never
cleaned up.
heard this. Yeah, pretend like you never heard it. And come see the results when they're over.
Well, so let me ask you this, when can you have this plan y'all got?
Like I said, we had to call dig test because we will make sure there's no water line.
Right,
They only do certain things. So I gotta call the water company, sewer, and make sure
Make sure where
there's
they're at.
nothing under the road that we're gonna have any problems with or within that 10 feet of each road,
Mhm.
okay? The fiber and the electric, they're coming tomorrow or the next day. But the water company hasn't called me back yet. I'm gonna get on them tomorrow and then they should be here. for
What would you like from us?
So I would like for you guys to let us get our plan.
Get
It
your
should
plan
be ready
together.
by the
Okay.
end of the week, I
Okay,
guess, end of the week or first Monday.
well, yeah, we're having a meeting on Monday, we're having a meeting next week to finalize everything.
Yeah, Tuesday, we're finalizing everything.
okay. Well,
And then,
get back
it's
to
not
us.
like it's a long time, it's like Tuesday, and then we call, everybody agrees to this, then it's like, great, let's call the.
Why don't
blah,
you
blah,
call a
blah company.
special meeting after that to
Yeah.
address it?
What
Well,
I say,
we'll see.
Okay,
All right,
that sound good?
keep us posted.
sounds good to me.
Let's do that.
All right, that's, takes care of Water Ridge
You got one
Road.
more question, did you have any kind of price range that you already had figured up that it's gonna cost to do that?
Well, a lot of it is really through relationships where there's no cost. The
Right.
manual labor will come from the people in section D, and the material is what we bring in.
Okay.
So even the equipment that we're bringing in is at no
It's not
cost.
extra
No
cost.
cost.
Yeah. So that's why we don't wanna mess around with
No,
this.
no, no, let's get it done.
Yeah,
And then you guys can see what was done, if that works, then that's a great test case for the rest of whatever, and then you can.
Bring us a plan,
We're gonna work with you.
bring us a plan.
And this
Or,
isn't just, can I say something too? Because in our defense, this isn't something.
oh, no, you guys are fine.
We're just not taking road base and rolling it over our road, because that's not gonna work.
No,
In the areas where it's blacked up, we're breaking it up.
yes,
In
it's
the
gotta be
whole-
broke up.
Whole
in one
sections,
place.
we're actually squaring them off, so the base holds more firm than putting it in a van.
Yeah.
So we're prepping the road before we actually put this stuff down.
All
And
right.
we've got some high impact vibrating rollers that we're bringing in to set this stuff in stone. And of course, our driving all the time is gonna really make this.
Just
And the section
bring
we're
us your
talking
plan.
about is gonna be an example for how we think this is gonna go.
Okay,
And we'll give you a drawing, we'll give you a plan, absolutely.
bring us what you got. We're easy. We're on your side, really.
Yeah,
We think this should have been done 2 years ago.
it's been done since.
Or it could have been finished 5 years ago, right? Okay, back
Mr. Moody's
to
got a question.
Ms. Moody.
Make a statement that this should have been done 2 years ago. And I think if we go ahead and do it ourselves, and we would be standing in front of the judge, we could show him that this should have been done 2 years ago.
right.
We've got documentation that y'all have approved this, not y'all, but the previous board has approved this over and over and over and never did a damn thing. So my suggestion is we do it and they help with it.
Bring us a plan or bring us the receipts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
We're gonna get it done.
thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, appreciate you.
Well, no. Now, back to Lakeside Drive. I've heard two different things. One is close it off and make 2 cul-de-sacs. Or repair the road. Yeah, fix the road. I'm kind of fix the road too.
I'm fine
Just
with
because
that.
it's been like that. It's been a road forever.
It was there, it needs to be fixed.
And trying to stop water is not a good idea. You can, all right,
I didn't want to stop the water. I
You're not
can't
gonna-
stop that.
never gonna stop. It's gonna find that lake. How about a motion to come up with a plan not to exceed $5,000 on Lakeside? and a plan to come up with not to exceed $10,000 on Piney Woods Trail, if we can get it done for that.
I mean, the trail's gonna go with your house, right?
Yeah.
I don't see no reason why you can't. I don't see no reason why we can't fix that one down there on Lakeside for $5,000.
Okay, $5,000 for that's a possibility. We can do it less, a little bit more, maybe we'll talk about it some more. What about 10,000 for Piney? And I'm thinking just getting some fill. So if somebody does drive into it, at least they aren't killed. It's not gonna fix the problem by any means, but it's
Well,
dangerous.
let's do this, let's get theirs fixed over here on section D.
Okay.
Then maybe when they get that done, then maybe we can get a deal from
There
her
you
brother.
go. That's what I've been trying to say,
And
yeah.
get a price from him before we fix that road.
So 5,000 for Lakeside
Yes.
Drive. By then, maybe you guys will have something for us,
Well, that's-
or the receipts.
Yeah.
And then we'll readdress Piney Woods and see if we can get some free help there. All right? Okay. And what was the other one? The other one was this curve, right here?
Curve right here on, well, there's two places, there's one.
Autumnwood's
right
Trail.
here, Autumnwood Trails, that curve going around, that first curve right there.
Can we dump something on there just to keep it from getting worse?
Yeah, you can,
Dump something under.
Yeah, just gravel into the
yeah,
ditch.
you can put some road base and stuff in there, just keep it from washing out. We've already thrown some concrete in there. But there's not enough.
How much do you think? It's gotta be less than 5,000, because we're thinking we can fix a whole road for 5,000. Probably be more to do the drainage problem.
Well, one good load of good road base will
And how much,
will take care of that.
how much does
right
that
there.
cost?
What is it? You said it was $15. I mean, well, I think it's like $20 a ton, something like that for good road base.
Well, if we can, let me,
Not through your brother.
Well,
Not
let
through
me
your
see what
brother,
I can
'cause-
do through my brother.
Okay.
I understand the need for that right there. His price is $12.50 delivered.
That's a good price.
You're not gonna find a better
That's
price.
a good price.
Yeah,
And that is the state base.
yes, Texas
Which is
DOT,
basically crushed limestone, what it is.
it is. He works for a chemical lime company.
All right, so
It's good stuff.
we'll see what we can do about Lakeside Drive for $5,000. And we'll wait for receipts from them. And then, when they're,
Randy, how much material do you think you need?
yeah, I was gonna say, how much, when they're delivering for you guys, maybe they can make another delivery
We'll
for
say
that.
about 2 bobtail loads, plus what
Well,
that.
that's it.
That's all.
Yeah, just to fill it in, so that if they go off,
We're
just
trying to keep, because it's starting to wash out and go under the road, so
Yeah.
we just need to put something back,
Yeah.
so it won't wash
And
the
it's
road
right,
out.
this curve right here.
That curve, right there, as you make the left-hand turn.
All right. Let's go ahead and a motion for $5,000 to see if we can't get Lakeside Drive fixed. And if we can't, then we'll just come back to the table. And a grant to the road warriors for $2,000 to help them defer their costs up front.
That'd be great.
And of that 2,000, maybe you can get us 2 bobcats or bobtails for gravel, just to fill in that corner.
For that curve.
Yeah, I'll talk to him about that.
Okay, so $7,000 total for right now.
Right.
And we'll revisit Creekwood and Piney Woods after we get some goodwill built up. You okay with that, Dennis?
Yes, I am.
Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion.
I'll make the motion. Dennis seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, I'll get you a check tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And we'll start trying to spend $5,000 on that.
Leave it up to me.
She's our treasurer.
I don't care. I'll give you cash. We won't tell anybody. Um,
No, we don't want to go there.
I'll give you a receipt. I even have a receipt.
And any future items for the agenda? You guys have any ideas? We're losing our audience. Okay. All in favor of adjourning? Aye. We're done. Thank you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
I hope this went a little better for you guys than normally.
Yeah.
This is something new, I think, right? Okay, you guys were that. Thank you so much. And we'll all beat up on Eric because he ducked out on us. But I got a quorum, so I don't care. Jeffrey, kill that, please. All right,
You've been up there and looked at what you can do. I took a drive up there.
They're on the right track.
Yeah.
Busting out the old road.
Oh, yeah.
You got to